You know, I put it on Facebook today. I'm driving to see my wife in Hamilton at the hospital. Everything's good. Progressing well, so that's good. Amy's coming up on 32 weeks on Tuesday. On Tuesday, she's going to, Christmas Day, she'll be exactly 32 weeks. We're hoping that the hospital gives her a day pass to come home for Christmas. It looks like they probably will, so that's optimistic. I'm optimistic about that. Been a bit of a tough ride. It's been a bit of a tough ride. Obviously, the last couple weeks for me, and I know for her, because she's a workaholic. And imagine, you know, having a work ethic my wife does, and then being told you have to stay in a hospital bed. It's pretty tough on her, I'm sure, but she's playing tough too. She's pretending it's not, but I know it is. Anyway, this time of year, we all like to focus on what's important. That's family. You know, racing horses is great. Being a part of TheStable.ca and hopefully shaping the future of horse racing in general is a great feeling. But focusing on your family is fantastic. My parents are up here right now, and my brothers are all around me for the most part, except for Mark and Lloyd and Bobby. They couldn't be here, but Curtis and James are here, obviously, and my parents are here. So it's a great time. This time of year, it's my favorite time of year is Christmas. I said on Facebook, as I said at the outset, I said on Facebook this morning, I just like going to the malls. The last couple of years around this time, my kids and I just go to the mall, get a hot chocolate, walk around. I might buy a few things, but mostly just walk around and take it all in. It is my favorite time of year, Christmas. I do love Christmas time. The day after Halloween is the first day of Christmas season for me, and I do love it a lot. So, you know, when you look at why I'm in great spirits, obviously because of you, because of what TheStable.ca has provided for me, an opportunity not just to build something exciting, something that might help the industry, but something that helps me and my family on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. Sure, a lot of work goes into it, and a lot more work will go into it, but at the same time, the people at TheStable.ca, and I said this to somebody, I said the greatest thing outside of being married or having children is what my wife and I have built here. For the simple reason is we get to be around people that love horse racing as much as us on a daily basis. Very rarely do I get a phone call complaining because the horse didn't race good, or isn't racing good, or when's the horse going to be in to go again, or how much money can the horse make next month. I just don't get those phone calls for the most part. The ones I get are, is the horse okay? Is the horse going to race good? Geez, the horse raced great last night, or last week. Do you mind if I come down and feed carrots? I had 4 emails yesterday from people that bought Christmas presents, bought shares of horses as Christmas presents. You knew that was going to happen, and it's such a great feeling. And those people wanted to know if they could, when was a good time to come down and see the horses? I said, come down on Christmas. Get in the car and come down. I'm not going to be there, but you're welcome. I said, all the horses are labeled, all their names and pedigrees are on the doors. Feel free to come down whenever you want. And they were shocked, as most people are when they join the stable, of how open and transparent we are, and how we try to do, we try to go the extra mile for everybody. Not everybody can be happy. Obviously, sometimes when the horses don't race good, it is a crappy feeling for some people, as it is for me. When, Jesus, we've only raced a few horses all fall. It was funny. First time I ever heard this saying, I'm sure somebody heard it before, or said it before, but Ron Waple said, happiness is only one win away. He's right. I get in the car yesterday and I went to London. Race 1, first ever Lifetime Star to Be My Delight. Win. 2-1, which was a huge mile. It was windy, it was cold, the track was bad. She jogged, and it was a great feeling. My father and I drove home, and my father was with me, drove home, went to Flamborough, one more drive. Race 1, Stonebridge Loyal. Picked for second, maybe third, short field, but it raced great last week, and I was really interested to see how she'd do, and she won also. So Stonebridge Loyal and Be My Delight both look great. Stonebridge Loyal 2 minutes flat, freezing cold night, last half in 59, and looked good doing it. So for the connections of those two fillies, thank you for the patience. Obviously, we turned those fillies out in the summer and brought them back. It looks like our patience is going to pay off with these two for sure. And we have a lot in. We've 3 or 4 in tonight in Flamborough. We have a bunch in on Boxing Day. A bunch more have qualified. A bunch more getting ready to qualify. Our fall and winter meet, as it were, is starting here at the stable right now. And it should be a lot of fun. A lot of fun over the next 2 months for us, and obviously bringing back the better horses from Ohio and Pennsylvania. Stonebridge Simba landed here the other day. He's back jogging. White Tiger and Cruising in Style have their health papers drawn in Ohio. They'll probably be coming back in the next week. The only horse left out that I can think of is Lawmaker, and he's going to be out till mid-February, I think. I keep pushing it back. I want to give him lots of time off. That transition from the 3-year-old year to the 4-year-old year is tough. I have no interest in throwing him to the wolves. We're going to try and pick our spots, have him ready for maybe even midsummer. Midsummer, have him ready, and I want to have him fresh for late summer, fall. We're going to pick our spots with this colt horse now. He will be in another week. Pick our spots with this horse, and hopefully turn him into the horse that we've always wanted. Well, we've always had, but hopefully allow him to progress. Allow him to progress into a good aged horse also. So that's what's going on right now. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Gave you a short little note at the outset. We're going to put some videos together for you over the next few days. Give you a little something, a little viewing pleasure for you. This is your weekend update. It's Sunday now. You're going to get this video on Christmas Eve, and it's going to go out to everybody. Obviously, it goes without saying, Merry Christmas for my wife, myself, my family, everybody at TheStable.ca. We had a great ride in 2018, didn't we? White Tiger equaled the world record. We had our first world champion. World champion. We had a horse in the Hamiltonian, a horse in the Wellwood, horses in the Breeders' Crown. Set a track record. Equaled a couple. Had a lot of luck with a lot of horses all over the place. Did well in Ohio, did well in Pennsylvania, did well in Indiana, Swandre the Giant, did well in Illinois. A little weaker than we thought we'd be in Ontario, but I think we recognized the issues at hand in Ontario for us, and we're going to deal with them. One was how we vaccinated some of our horses, especially here in Ontario, and secondly, how we prepared them for the races here in Ontario, how we prepare our horses for Pennsylvania and Ohio. In Indiana and Illinois is going to be different than how we prepare our horses for Ontario. My 2 cents, the stakes program is way too long here. I think that gap for the Grand Circuit Week is unnecessary when it comes to the Ontario Sire Stakes. There's no other jurisdiction that takes that gap. During when the Houghton and the Hamiltonian are on, Pennsylvania Sires, Ohio Sires, they're all racing. But when the Grand Circuit comes to Ontario, our Ontario Sire Stakes shuts down, and it provides almost a month gap, and it really stretches out the stake season. So to each his own. I mean, my 2 cents is just that, 2 cents. Nobody cares. But it's important that we get our horses ready for the stake races in Ontario a little bit different. We need an extra month, 5 weeks. So we're going to take an extra month, 5 weeks, getting those horses ready. Rather than having them ready to go June 1st and having them looking ready to go June 15th, we're going to have them ready to go July 1st. And they're going to be ready to go, hopefully, for the first stake race. But there's a lot of stake races here, and I can't say that they're going to be battle ready on their first stake race, but they're going to be ready to go. So that's what took place in 2018, Cole's Notes version. I went over 3,000 wins. I did a lot that I wanted to do that I never thought I would. And it goes without saying that all of this, everything that has happened to me over the last 3 years couldn't have happened without you. And I say that a lot, and it's not about you know, kissing the ass of the people that have put me here. It's about being honest and upfront and understanding that every day TheStable.ca moves forward, you know, the hydro and the lights, gas in the engine are the people watching this video, and I'm very aware of that, very cognizant of that, and appreciate it very much. And I hope you know that I appreciate it very much. And it's going to continue to be that way. We made a significant hire in Kelly Spencer. Kelly Spencer is going to play a pivotal role, a huge role in TheStable.ca moving forward. A lot of the stuff that we've been wanting to get done over the last year and a half, we haven't been able to, simply because we haven't had the manpower or the time. And hiring somebody that, one, has the work ethic and the drive and the passion that I have for this industry, it's impossible to find that person. I don't even know where you go about finding that person. So, you know, Kelly knows how important her role is in TheStable.ca moving forward. I certainly know how important her role is, and I appreciate every second she gives us. I forgot my wife wanted pancakes. I'm almost to the hospital. Gotta go. Gotta keep going down here and get her some pancakes. McDonald's. No, there's a pancake place right here. That's where I'm gonna go. Anyway. You know, for everybody out there, I do truly appreciate all your help and what you've done, and truly appreciate your participation in TheStable.ca. I know a lot of you send me messages all the time thanking me. I never quite understood that. I never understood why anybody would thank me. I understand that, yes, we provided an avenue for which you can become involved in horse racing, but you provided an avenue in which to do so. So, yes, it's great knowing that a lot of people are getting out of this industry what they should. A lot of people are getting involved in this industry and becoming a part of it in the way that it was meant to be. But make no mistake, you're still the ones that did it. And I really appreciate that. My wife does, my kids do. At Christmas time, you're sitting down, you're watching football or whatever with your family, hockey, with your family and your friends. And every so often, you know, it creeps into your head how lucky you are to be where you are. And that thought never leaves my mind, and it never will. And I think that's the reason that I attack the job the way I do. I attack my position the way I do and take it as seriously as I do, because I know what it was like before. Sure, I love being a driver, and I did well at it. I made enough money to start a family and buy a house and a car. But being a catch driver is a tough business, and it's not for everyone, and it's not that it's not for me, but looking at what I have now compared to what I had before, there's no comparison. I'm not a driver anymore. I drive horses. I drive our horses from time to time. But what I've built in TheStable.ca and what I've become on a day-to-day basis, I think, is something I'm much more comfortable in. I'm much more comfortable in the skin I have now than the skin I did before. I handle stress well, and I love being a driver. I love going out and competing every day. But without any insurance and job security and certainty from this industry was concerning. And what we've built here is something that crosses all jurisdictions, all borders, even an ocean. And something that we built that I'm very proud of. And on a daily basis, I think of how we got here and where we're going, and certainly couldn't do it without you. So for me, from myself and my wife, I'm wishing you a very, very Merry Christmas. I know I already gave you a note, but I do love this time of year. So Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. We succeeded and did a great thing in 2018, and we want to eclipse it in 2019. So thank you all for your help with the sales. Thank you all for participating and being a part of this industry. And for the people that don't know you're here, or the people that don't understand what we're doing, I'll wish you a Merry Christmas for them. Because after we've completed growing this business and building it, molding it into what it's going to become in the next decade, they're then going to realize exactly who did it. It wasn't me, it was you. And from them, I'll wish you Merry Christmas also. So, just a minute, I'll get back to you with some videos concerning horses that are racing, horses that have qualified, horses that raced last night Be My Delight, Stonebridge Loyal, both victorious. Stonebridge Loyal's got 3 starts lifetime, 2 wins in a second. 2 wins since we gave her time off. Looked great last night. Be My Delight looked tremendous in London. First start of her life, and she came out winning. Come out, you know, a winning effort. Got some horses in at Flamborough tonight. Got lots of horses in to go. Lots to talk about. Lots to discuss. Be back in just a minute. Merry Christmas, everyone.